Welcome. Hi, I'm Tawanda Lioga. This is my first official YouTube video. Yay! Please like, comment, and subscribe and share this video. And I hope to hear from you as much as you'd like to hear from me. Now let's get into it. Why start a YouTube video in 2025? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? But the reality is, I was part of the crowd of people that said, nah, this ain't for me. But guess what? The time has come, and now here I am. So, I'm a trauma informed mental health social worker, and it's been quite a journey for me to get to where I am right now. And I guess the purpose in why creating a YouTube channel not only made sense for me was I relied so much on LinkedIn and Instagram to, post my work and what I do. But at the end of the day, I felt as if it wasn't really connecting with people in the way I connect with people in real life, in reality. So, as much as social media is fun to read and look into things, but sometimes when you're watching somebody speak and share certain aspects of themselves, that's the main purpose in wanting to not only create this YouTube channel, but to create more videos in order for me to connect with my audience and everybody else that's listening. So, here's something interesting. A bit about me. Right, I'm sure you can see this fiery t-shirt I got on. Now, looking at the pictures, as you can see, the front, the side, and the back, I designed this t-shirt especially for me when I was doing my final exam at Women's University in Africa. Now, this was for my degree in social work, and I needed something that was a symbol of not only my growth and evolution from who I was before to who I am right now, but it mattered so much to me because I needed something that said, this is me, this is who I am. Even if a lot of people weren't going to really understand it, I think it's that personal touch in terms of, this is me. I am here. I am present. Oh, that's why I had this t-shirt made. So, why was it so important? I'm a Scorpio and I resonate so much with the phoenix bird. And in as much as astrology might not be a comfortable topic for a lot of people because of different opinions about it, but for me, it was the explanation in how a Scorpio's life is like, and especially when it comes to growth and evolution, that's when I said, this is me. This is actually me. I have faced quite a lot of things in life, both positive and negative, but it's put me in places to realize that that was me then. You knew me when. This is me now, and I'm in my presence. One advice I always give people is that don't live in your past. Learn from it. Utilize it in your presence. Use your past to build a brighter future. And this is why I find the phoenix is a perfect symbol when it comes to not only the advice that I give to people, but how I actually live my own life. When it comes to my birthday on the 20th of November, I look at it as a moment where I'm reflecting a lot in my previous chapter and what I'm going to do in my next chapter. So that is like my moment of death and rebirth and re-rising from the ashes into our beautiful, beautiful blazing flames. And why did I start this ritual? For myself. It was for the sake of my trauma and mental health. I had so many people, God, have mercy. I had so many people that I wasn't able to forgive, willing to let go. People that I thought were going to be in my life longer than what they were supposed to. And believe you me, it took quite a lot on my mental health. And I remember there was a time where I spent so much of my energy and space being occupied by people who I'm trying to figure out, how do I keep them in my life? How do I make amends? What do I do about things? And to be honest, They just came that split moment where I said, enough is enough. Whose life is it? Mine. Is it about them? Is it about anybody else? No. And this is why you find I've now practiced this constantly as a way to not only forgive people, but to forgive myself as well. Because I needed to take accountability and responsibility for allowing myself to be in spaces with certain people that were never meant for me. But it doesn't stop from the fact that they were probably a lesson that I needed to learn in my own life. And believe you me, it has been amazing. It has been amazing. So, when it comes to that angle, it's also a reflective of my educational journey. When I got to submit my application, I wanted to do psychology, but instead, I did social work. I could have gotten with the degree, but I started with a diploma. Now, I went to an all boys high school. Now I'm coming to a women led university. I mean, it's in the title, Women's University. Now, that dynamic shift for somebody who's not willing to embrace and be open, trust me, it will do a number on your mental health. But for me, it was just being in a space where I said, I gotta be open, I gotta have fun, and see what this is about. Now, I remember first day I told all these women in my class, and I said, you know what? You're my grandmothers, you're my aunts, you're my mothers, you're my sisters. Let's just all work together and have fun with this social work. And I remember most of them looked at me like, really? But I will be honest, it's been the best journey ever. I've learned so much from these women. Most women were in their late 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, mid 40s. We even had a lady that was in her 50s going close to 60. And that already was the first inspiration for me to say that in life, circumstances may happen, but when the opportunity comes, take it. Why is taking an opportunity at any given age so important? Because you don't have to give up on yourself. There were many circumstances and stories that these women have shared with me that have put me in a place to say that if I was them, I wouldn't be doing that. But for them to do it, it just means there's so much worth in caring about yourself, loving yourself, and putting yourself first. Despite having a partner or kids, it's always important to put yourself first. So I learned a lot from these women, their life stories, their marriages. Hell, it's even influenced some of my dating choices. And at the end of the day, it's also just coming all full circle to realize that had I not been in diploma with these women, I wouldn't have had most of the knowledge and wisdom that I carry with till today. Now, here's an interesting shift. That was diploma. Coming into degree, I'm now in a degree class where the majority, 18, 19, 20, 21, and I'm just there like, okay, all male, all women, older women, younger girls. And I'm like, what is life doing? Like literally, what is life doing to me? But I will not regret it. And I'll tell you why. Yet again, it was now me being put on a different spectrum to see young men and young women not take life as serious as the diploma women that were older. So now me being in the center of all of this, I'm thinking, oh my God, do I take life serious or do I not be serious? Am I gonna do this because I want to do it, or am I doing this because that's who I am? You know, there was so much for me to handle. But the beauty part in this journey was realizing that I needed to center myself in all of this. What was I trying to learn? What did I need to know? What did I need to learn? And what was so important for me to go through these changes. And it actually helped a lot with my own trauma as well, because there were certain moments where I realized that I never handled certain situations because I took them too serious. And there were moments where I was supposed to be fun, laid back, still I was serious. So university for me was me realizing that there's so much I needed to unlearn, so much I needed to let go, so much I needed to just say stop. Who are you? Who are you in this moment? What's next? If there's one thing about university that has given me the zeal to live life the way I do, ignited my passion to burn brighter and more fierce, it's because of how people were during my time. If you think social work was about going to attachment or going to work after your degree, that's totally wrong. Social work began where it was home, and that was in the classroom. And this is why you find, for me, when I finished, I needed something to reflect on all of that. I needed something that would still give me that warmth and fire that I felt. And I needed something that reminded me of why getting this degree was so important for me. Even though technically this degree is not for me, because wherever you go, they need a degree to, employ you. Or wherever you are, if they need to take you seriously, like, okay, do you have a degree? So technically, getting a degree in as much as it is for you, but it's also for other people. Opening doors, being in this place, being in that place, doing all this. But can I tell you something funny about that? I don't regret it. Not one bit. And I'm happy about it because at the end of the day, we live in a world where your personality and who you are doesn't necessarily shine through. You're not going to get employed just because you're this bright, shining student or person, or you're this inspirational kind of person. That is rare. So sometimes you need to go through the process of getting this degree. Degree is not just a paper. It's not just about, here, I've got this. No. It's about the people you interact with, the stories that you get to hear, the inspirational things that you get to hear, and just the idea of working with diverse minds and different perspectives and different attitudes and different characters. It shapes and molds you to become somebody that you wouldn't even think you'd ever turn out to be like that. And for that reason, I would do my entire educational journey all over again without even doubting it or thinking twice about it. I'll just do it. Because without them, without everyone, I wouldn't have figured out who I am right now. I mean, there's a lot of figuring out in the future, but for now, it's thanks to that. So, yeah, I found it was important for me to share that aspect of me, especially the beginning of my journey in terms of getting this degree and becoming to where I am right now and having this video. I think it's important to share these stories as well, because I'm hoping if you're in doubt about starting over, doubt about doing something about your life, or if you're not sure if it's something good for you, or if you're thinking you can make it in life without having to be part of this process, I will say this one and only thing. It's not just about the degree or the certificate. It's about what comes with it. That weighs so heavy, yet it will change your life. It will change your life. Now, to wrap this up, I am hoping to be consistent because that's a major thing of my part. But I will give you an interesting idea on the next 3 videos that are going to be posted. So, coming with LinkedIn and Instagram, I was approached by Sotovoce, a presenter at 3K TV on a show, The Psychotherapist, and we got to talk about unhealed trauma in parents. Now, guest on the show was me, myself, and Tawanda Murepa. Now it was the two Tawandas. Now this is the fun part of life. Now the fun part about these 3 videos that you'll be getting very soon is you guys having to hear what trauma is like for a lot of people. And especially with your parents, given how our parents have been through things, they've soldiered their way into life. Some are not even aware that they have trauma. But for some that are, kind of have an idea about it, but sometimes you become in denial of, who you are and what you've been through. So this will be the next thing that I'll post after this video, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts and comments about it. And I can't wait to hear more questions about trauma. I mean, I'm wanting to keep it as relatable and basic as possible. I mean, we've got AI, we've got Google, they'll tell you so much. But sometimes hearing it from somebody else's shoes and a different angle to it makes all the difference. And I can't wait for you guys to watch that. This is Tawanda Lyoga, your trauma-informed mental health social worker, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. All my social media links are in the description below. And if you're already following me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or following my Facebook page, thank you. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't, please do share, because I'd love for more people to hear about this as much as I'd love people to hear me talk about all these things. So I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.